Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the NJCAAE for today's Winter 2021 Pipeline Tournament. My name is Sparky, and I'll be your host throughout today's tournament. We've got lots on hand, so hopefully you guys are all excited for some top collegiate action here in Valorant. Before we get things started, I would like to introduce you all to Grays Harbor College President, Dr. Ed Brewster. So, Dr. Brewster, over in Washington for you, it is morning. Good morning to you. How are you doing today on this Sunday?
I'm doing fine, Sparky, and I was going to say good morning to you too, but I probably should say good afternoon, right? So
yeah, over here in Pennsylvania, we're nice 2 o'clock, a little bit early afternoon, but thank you. Just want to say thank you so much for allowing Grays Harbor College to assist the NJCAAE with the production for today and yesterday's Pipeline tournament. So would you like to go ahead and welcome everybody to today's tournament?
Sure. Thank you again. I'm going to, I was here yesterday. I said some things about Grays Harbor College. For those of you who were here, you heard some of these things, but I'm going to repeat a few of them today just so people understand a little bit more about who Grays Harbor College is and where we're located. So our main campus is located in Aberdeen, Washington, which is right on the coast of Washington. We serve about 3,200 students a year, and we're located in a beautiful area on the Pacific Ocean with opportunity for a lot of different outdoor activities. We also have a really active visual and performing arts community, and that community is supported by strong college programs in those areas. In addition, we have several outstanding professional, technical, and college transfer programs, including 3 bachelor's degrees. So this NJCAAE Pipeline Tournament has already proven to be a showcase of the esports talent at community colleges across the country. The tournament celebrates the integrity, leadership, and growth of players, teams, and the institutions that support them. Collegiate esports is a huge opportunity, and Grays Harbor College is honored to be presenting our very best in support of these athletes this weekend. And we're very proud of the success of our own esports program and are looking forward to growing the participation in that program in the coming months and years. So in summary, or in closing, welcome to Grays Harbor College and enjoy the rest of your tournament. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Brewster, for joining us. And hopefully you get a chance to sit back and relax and enjoy some of the action today. I know you were telling us earlier that you got a chance to watch your Grays Harbor College Chokers yesterday play a little bit of Rocket League on their first round match where they got the sweep. But unfortunately, they couldn't get all the way. They got taken down by the runners-up. But I just want to say thank you again for allowing Grays Harbor College to be able to help in the production of today's tournament. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day. And now at this point, we are going to go ahead and take a look at the bracket for today's tournament. So with the bracket, a little bit of background going into what's going on for today. We have 10 NJCAAE teams and we have 4 ECAC Esports teams. So there are a little bit of a mix here from different leagues. However, we've got lots of action coming up for you guys. So you can take a look through our reigning national champions, Nova, or North Virginia, as they are known as, are in the tournament. They're facing off against Mott. But the match we are going to be watching first is Hudson Valley Community College versus NASSAU Community College. But before we get started with that and we bring in our casters for your first match, I need to tell you about one of our sponsors for today, iBuyPower. iBuyPower breaks boundaries with an unwavering dedication to esports and PC gaming. Their innovation shines with their signature series, including the Revolt 2, the world's first gaming PC designed for esports, and the Snowblind, their tempered glass featuring the first mass-produced LCD side panel gaming with unlimited customization options. Not just a gaming company, they are a gaming community. So be sure to check them out over at ibuypower.com today. So at this time, I would like to welcome on to the stream both of our casters for match number 1. We have Hoodie and Mad Penguin. So how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing great as well. Thank you for having me.
So we've got, for those of you not here yesterday, we have Hoodie. He is one of the coaches and directors over at John Wood Community College. And then we have Mad Penguin, a student and caster for Montgomery Community College. So we've got lots of Valorant coming up. So before we get into taking a look at rosters, Hoodie, you are very well versed in FPS and tactical shooters. So can you take a second to run us through a little bit of how Valorant works?
Yeah, so Valorant is a tactical first-person shooter that uses the game mode Search and Destroy. We play first to 13 rounds wins. Each round is 3 minutes long. There is an attacker side who's trying to plant the bomb at one of two sites on most maps. There's one map that has three. And then the defender side, which is trying to prevent that plant. And if it does get planted, then defuse the bomb. And then they have, I believe it's about a 30, 45-second timer somewhere in there. I don't know that specifically, to get that bomb defusal. And then you only get one life per round, and you're just trying to maximize what you can do with that one life each round. Try to get that bomb down or defused.
All right, so we got lots of action coming up, and we've got a chance to look at our rosters. The rosters are a little bit bigger than what we saw yesterday in Rocket League with our 3v3s. So some of these rosters are very, very extensive. So while we have a chance, let's go ahead and take a look at the Hudson Valley roster. Mad Penguin, would you mind running us down their roster?
So we have Angelo Keith Hermo, or known as Anonia. He is a freshman from the Philippines. We have Ivan Rodriguez, also known as Pixel. He is a freshman from Cohoes, New York. We have Josh Hill, known as Momentum. Sorry for that. He is a sophomore, and he is from Glen Falls, New York. And lastly, we have Matthew Kazanjian, also known as Kaz02. He is a freshman from Bethlehem, New York.
All right, and we are also going to take a look at the NASSAU Community College roster. So, Hoodie, would you be able to run us through that?
Real quick, I think this is an extension of the Hudson Valley roster, so I'm going to finish this off real quick.
Oh, my bad. There's more to the Hudson Valley. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Michael Yell is going to go by the tag Sandy Ravel. He's a freshman from East Greenbush, New York. Nathaniel Hutchmacher, tag Huth, freshman from Scotia, New York. Riley Drew Cross, tag Desire, freshman from Hoosick Fall, New York. And Sierra Yedo, tag Sly, freshman from Cohoes, New York.
All right, so now I think we are through the Hudson Valley Community College roster. So now let's take a look at the NASSAU Community College roster. So why don't Mad Penguin, you take a look for that with us?
So first we have Carlos Palencia, tagged Wanted. He is a freshman from Hempstead, New York. Next we have Anthony Malora, tagged Iris Gaming, New York. He is a sophomore from Massapequa, New York. And we have Jonathan Ramos, also known as Zone. He is a freshman from Uniondale, New York.
All right, it looks like that is their roster. Just 3 players on the team. So at this time, we are just a few minutes away from match time. So let's go on and send it down to the HyperX casting booth with Hoodie and Mad Penguins. Have a great match, guys.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to hop into this. Tactical first-person shooters are my bread and butter, and watching the two programs with their programs yesterday in Rocket League, you know, they're very good at developing their players, and so I'm sure these Valorant squads that we're going to see face off today are going to be doing just as good of work as those Rocket League squads yesterday. Are you looking for anything particular out of the game to be seeing immediately from either team to kind of decide who's going to be maybe getting an early advantage?
Not particularly. I don't really have much experience in the game Valorant. I have played a little bit, but not too much. I'm just hoping that it'll be an action-packed, very, not intense, but very entertaining and interesting matchup.
Definitely. I wish I had known more background information on these two teams coming into this to maybe know their play styles a little bit better, but that's okay because that's what we get the first couple rounds for. Usually the first pistol round will heavily show who's got a little bit more teamwork in there. When you don't have rifles and, you know, the economy hasn't been developed yet, you can really just see people at their raw skill level. And so pistol round here, this first round, is going to give us a very good indication of how these two teams are going to be playing throughout the game, I believe. We do got about 1 minute and 30 seconds until this game is going to start still. I don't know if we know the map yet that we are going to be playing on. I don't know. They're showing us, I believe this is Ascent right now. If it's Ascent, this is a very small map, so I'm going to be interested to see which characters come out. Do you have any characters that you're hoping to see from either team?
I like to see Phoenix and Jet, and also a little bit of Reyna, just because they're my personal favorite, and it's so nice to see how the players like use these specific characters, because Reyna and Phoenix are Flash characters from my understanding, and Jet is a very mobile character. So I just love to see how people utilize their abilities and try and progress in each round.
Definitely agree. Jet, a phenomenal pick on Ascent. If that's the map we do end up picking here, she has her ability to dash away, put an AWP in her hands, and she can make some very clutch shots from that top mid area on attacker's side, or holding that courtyard arch area on defender's side. Both very good angles there to have that mid control. Mid control being a very important part of having the advantage on Ascent. There's way too much ability to rotate with speed if you don't control that mid area for the attacker side. Otherwise, you force them to go all the way back to their spawn and rotate that way, and that gives you plenty of time to kind of reposition yourselves and be ready for them. So if you don't have that mid control area, it makes it very, very difficult. Does look like we are going to be getting into the game here soon. We are on Ascent. The players are loaded in, and it looks like I believe that's going to be Hudson Valley on defender's side, and then NASSAU on attacker's side here.
Yeah, in the early stages, I just like to see how these players and teams kind of communicate with each other and try and get a feel for how the other team plays.
Going to be a very heavy B presence here for the attacker's side. Looks like they might be going into a slow push, seeing if they can. Nope, they're going to be going very fast. Very, very fast.
Shadows traveling. Shadows traveling.
So
Double
right
kill.
now there are
Blinded.
double kill
Spike
and another
planted.
kill for
enemy remaining.
green side.
It's going to be a Dole coming out here with a kill onto the Omen. However, Sova able to get the kill back. Sly watching out. 3 left on the attacker side. Apologize, trying to get the camera figured out to get a little bit of rotation on who we are watching through. Looks like this time they're not wanting to go towards that B side. They're going to be moving a little bit more towards the A, try to see what the defenses look like from Hudson Valley on their A side hold. Maybe a scout by here. A couple SMGs. Full save here from NASSAU.
Yeah, not a very promising first round for NASSAU. It seems like that while they are sticking together as a team, they are changing and what side they push.
Remaining.
Some wonderful play coming out there from that smoke trade. Sly going to be trying to push through the door, get that door broke down. They've got one hidden here under Heaven. Going to find a first nice, beautiful headshot on his own. Going to take a shock dart, take a little bit of damage. 1 shot left, no reload. Very good angle here from the, yep, absolutely beautiful. And defenders are going to take that one down. I thought the bomb had gone down. It did not. The attackers weren't able to get it down, but a very clean round there for the defender side to hold on to that advantage.
Yeah, that was a very nice finish from Hudson Valley.
I need a drop.
Way to keep control in the beginning of the match, in the first few rounds.
Yeah, typically you don't really want to give up the advantage of winning pistol. The economy is super important. We are going to see the full buy come out here from NASSAU here. and they are going to split. It looks like their players, instead of dedicating all 5 of them to a site like they had. Actually, they're going to be pushing towards middle. A couple flashes coming out. Kaz is going to have to back up and give up that T-side arch area. A little bit of movement up catwalk here.
Seems like NASSAU is just trying to gather everyone and try and think of a push to make as they lose one per player.
It's a little bit dangerous to be the lead frag or the entry fragger there on Cypher. He doesn't have a whole lot of abilities to give him a clean entry, and we can see that played out with Kaz getting a very easy kill as he came around the corner. And a very good position held from Kaz here in this. Oh, he's going to get caught out there. The smoke went away a little bit too early. A couple of trades coming out there. Desire is going to be able to find 2 kills as the attackers try to enter sight. Dole here is going to see the last one. He's going to go for the spray down. He's not going to be able to find it. Sly is going to get the kill. Sova coming up from behind was going to get him anyway, probably. So.
Yeah, 3-0 lead from Hudson Valley. Seems like NASSAU is going to have to kind of change up their tactics a little bit and see how they can come back from this 3-0 deficit.
Yeah, and so going into that round, Hudson Valley didn't really buy up. They were still on a couple Spectres and their guns from the previous rounds. So losing that full buy round is very detrimental to the pace of this first half of the game, at least. Kaz there, another very good early kill. Iris is going to find that trade right back onto him, though, so we're back to a 44. Probably going to try to work towards that gun. They're all on sheriffs, essentially. They want to find a rifle if possible.
Yeah, of course. And like I said, I don't know much about Valorant and the eco in the game, but I do know that it is very detrimental to, if you do make a full buy for the team, that you just keep the momentum going and you are able to get that round. So you aren't left with only pistols for a round.
We saw the sheriffs there were doing a little bit of work at that long range, and then the players from NASSAU kind of got dedicated a little bit too much to that mid area, allowing I believe it was Anonia there to push out through that B side. I believe it was Anonia. It might have been Desire, but get that flank on them and kill 3 of them from the side while nobody was looking. And it's very dangerous to have everybody looking those same directions. So you got to make sure somebody's watching that back area at all points in time.
Yeah, of course.
Unless you're pushing. If you're dedicated to a push, then it's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice dart there. It's going to give away a lot of info.
NASSAU trying to make a push onto B site. Trying to push back. Not really able to do much here.
Yeah, Phoenix tried to do as much as he could with that ult. He ran up, found the Cypher, but got lost in the smoke and was not able to get the spray down. Luckily, since he was in his ult, he's still alive for the round. They're pushing into this B site, though. Kaz with the Odin is just going to be holding it down. Dole with a very nice spray down. Another second headshot onto Desire, and that is going to give NASSAU a little bit of a chance here. 2v1 situation.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how NASSAU goes up against, but it seems like that they were able to push through well and get the first point on the board for them.
Very important round for them, and Dole coming in clutch that round with 3 kills and 2 of those very excellently placed headshots. So I'm going to be excited to watch him throughout this match. He seems to be a pretty strong player for this NASSAU side. Over on Hudson Valley, we see Nonya up there at the 7-1 scoreline. Kaz hanging out at 5-5, and I believe that is Huth there at 5-4. So they're all kind of doing a little bit of an even spread over there. Now that we saw NASSAU pick up a round, we'll probably see their scoreline pick up a little bit as well.
Another team push to A site as the smoke goes down by Hudson Valley Omen.
And they're going to call out the rotates with the early utility going down in that ult orb. We're going to see if NASSAU they're gonna actually call the rotate here. They hadn't done it in any previous rounds. They've been dedicating heavily to the site, and so they're able to kind of bait out Hudson Valley here to do the full rotate. Now you see that Omen teleport. He's gonna clear that B site now and tell his team, look, we're clear here. I've got the angles held down. Rotate as fast as possible.
Yeah, and that'll be detrimental to the flank for NASSAU. as their Omen is able to get a kill or get an elimination rather.
Dole, another
Spike
3K this
planted.
round. Kaz is going to be able to pick him off, though. It's a 2v4 situation. I'm interested to see if they'll call a save here.
Yeah, there's not much they can do with two people on NASSAU on Beast on the spike. Seems like they're not really pushing much. As
Nice kill there from
Hudson
Desire.
gets 1 kill.
Nice kill by
Kaz gets
Kaz.
another
Oh. What a beautiful round
NASSAU
there.
gets the win this round.
Yeah, very good positioning there after the bomb had gone down.
It seems like they're picking the momentum back up, trying to push through, see what little damage they can do. I'd be interested to see if NASSAU can tie it up and at least tie it up and start gaining some pressure against Hudson Valley.
I definitely think it's possible. Momentum is a huge part in Counter-Strike just because of economy. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. He just knew exactly where Kaz is going to be standing there on that catwalk area. Jet Smoke's going to come out, and they're going to cross to push up that catwalk area, get this bomb very quickly going into that ace site. They don't have anybody on the split, though, so they got to be careful of their corners here. They're going to check them. Very good by Cisco. They're going to be able to find that kill onto Desire, and this is a free site for them.
NASSAU with all their players alive. 1 enemy remaining on Hudson Valley as we see an elimination.
Some
A
strong
lot of
team
pressure on
play.
this one
Very
player. Flawless round by NASSAU.
I think Dole just needed to kind of get into his rhythm here. I've been watching his crosshair placement over these past couple rounds, and he is aiming where he needs to be. Very solid technical play from him as a player, so very nice to see. We kind of see Hudson Valley kind of on the back foot here now. Some of those score lines not having shifted over these past couple rounds, so let's see if they try to redevise their strategy on their rotates and maybe hold out not peeking so aggressively. This round they're kind of on Spectre buy, so don't expect to see too much of that. They'll probably back out if anything's pushed too early. We do see the Breach ult come out here to hit
Revealing area.
Anonia. Oh, those Spectres. Okay, okay. Zone, though, able to find 2 right back. That long distance, very dangerous when you have rifles versus SMGs, unfortunately.
Spike planted.
Whew. Dole is just popping off.
Yeah, I'd love to see him going through with the entirety of this match, see how much better he gets and how much he improves this game. Right now, 13-5. That's amazing.
And Anonia 8-6, still topping the scoreline there for Hudson Valley. Kaz 7-8. Got Huth. The scoreline really hasn't like
I
shifted.
believe that is 8-4 for Anonia.
Oh, 8-4. Sorry, that's yeah, that is 8-4.
Seems like 2 attackers on NASSAU are pushing mid, trying to see where the defenders are as 3 NASSAU players push A.
Right there.
And they try and get the plant down.
Spike planted.
Dole once again getting some early picks. Zone's also been performing very well over these past couple rounds. Huth going to be able to find a kill onto Irish, trying to jump into that window area. Dole's on the flank here. Been silent this entire time, utilizing that shift block, absolutely critical. Ooh, Phoenix ult's gonna pop off. Gonna hear him reset. He's gonna get that kill. He's gonna go for the 4th and a 4K from Dole on this round. And Dole is just, he is feeling it. He is feeling it.
Amazing individual skill from Dole.
is sometimes you can just, in tactical first-person shooters versus games like League, which are MOBAs, you have to have a lot of teamwork and coordination in MOBAs with the team fighting aspect. Here, if you can get somebody with a good flank and a good shot, they can get 4 kills in a round simply by themselves with good positioning and good technical play. So Dole's doing everything right for what he needs to be doing to play the character he's playing. Over here,
Yeah, sometimes that out of the box thinking of just going on the flanks, not really being with the group and just going around, it can be very helpful for your team, especially if you're changing up the playstyle a little bit and kind of quote unquote faking out the competition to try and get some plays going and try and get some eliminations. Definitely helpful for you in a game like Valorant.
absolutely agree. And we're going to see actually Desire trying to do a little bit of that himself there on that top mid area with the Sheriff. Was going to try to catch them out, was unable to. And now Sly is trying to get any exit frags to maybe pick up a rifle for the next round.
Yeah, it's 1v5, a whole team that Sly has to go against. I wonder if he's able to take anyone out. Fortunately, not able to do so, as NASSAU comes back from that 4-0 deficit and is now up ahead by 2.
Yeah, definitely can't. That's what I love, right? Is you can't ever count anybody out in any game. Comeback's always a part of competition and one of the best parts of competition. And so, right now we've seen them come back 6-4, half switches. Hudson Valley could just come back on attacker side and have a much better attacker side than they're having a defender side. And that's the ebb and flow of these games. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out. Let's see, like we're doing a little bit of a split here, maybe to distract with some Cypher skills, but 4 of them are going to be pushing this B site. Phoenix popping ult's going to make this a quick push. Cisco moving to top mid.
Right now, he is pinned by 2 players, although he's probably not. He probably doesn't see that.
Cisco heard the Phoenix up there, playing very patiently. Zaire, nice off shot onto Iris. Gonna follow it up with an off shot onto Wanted after getting that bomb down. Dole's going to find the kill onto Kaz.
1 enemy remaining.
Very intense round.
Very intense.
As NASSAU wins that round. Now up by
Last
3,
round in the
7-4 for NASSAU.
Here.
All right, we're seeing Hudson Valley kind of rotating off these sites pretty quickly when NASSAU tries to put pressure onto either one of them. And so I think giving up the site that easy is not okay. You have to put up some resistance. It's okay if one person dies, you can still do retakes, but you can't just keep letting them walk onto the site and only playing retakes. That's your job as the defender, and to give them that role is very, very dangerous.
Yes, and when a team is playing very aggressive, you have to, sure, maybe every so often, like, play back a little bit and then push when they're done their push, but you can't always just sit back and just let them do what they want. You gotta push through a little bit and put some, as you said, some resistance up.
Their Desire is going to be able to find 2 kills holding on to the site this round, and that is what we need to see more of Hudson Valley getting, is those entry frags, or rather those frags upon entry. Kaz is going to find a 3rd one. Zone, though, is going to find the op shot on Desire.
Enemy remaining.
Follow up one on Kaz.
This little avenge for their teammate.
And try to do a nice little
As
airplay
Hudson
there.
Valley brings it back.
Yeah, a very good round for
No,
Hudson
not
Valley,
like
very
them.
needed.
Yeah, I want to see if Hudson Valley is able to bring this back and at least tie it up for the match.
We are on the final round here in the half. No money here. Very awkward. No money, very, very awkward. Oh wait, no, sorry, this is pistol round. I'm lost. We are on pistol round. That's where I'm confused. We switched.
So NASSAU is now defending, and Hudson Valley is now
Scanning
attacking.
ahead.
Absolutely. Get that ult orb here. Nice.
Three pick from NASSAU as they're able to take down 3, now 4. Seems like that is the end of the round.
Yeah, I think we lost video there for a second. Hudson Valley ended up. No, sorry. NASSAU ended up picking up that round. Because we went 7-5 into the half. So yeah, NASSAU ended up picking up that round. And we're actually going to see the force up coming, or the buy up here coming. Very interesting. Nice.
Hudson Valley playing it fairly safe, slowly pushing up. As Hudson Valley is able to get 1 pick off of Dole. Hudson Valley fairly hesitant as to their next move, as they're flanking.
Yeah.
Oops.
They know that with that victory, they are going to have longer range weapons, so I think they were wanting to try to avoid that middle area as much as possible here, rotating back through their spawn towards the A site. We got a 4v4 situation, 2-2 split on the site that they're holding, and I don't think they know that they're A side yet. No. Oh, it's going to be a peek onto Cat. Is very well timed. You know, be able to find Desire. Huth getting taken out by Cisco, trying to push onto that A site.
2v4.
1 enemy remaining. 30 seconds
Now a
left.
1v4. Amazing push from NASSAU. They're able to get the pick and get a 4-round lead against Hudson Valley.
All right, we got Kaz here is trying to pick up his score line. He's at 11 and 14 right now, but this I'm very confused by the colors right now because I keep looking and seeing the green up top, but Hudson Valley.
All with an amazing KD of 20 and 7. Definitely a player to look out for. Yeah, I'm very impressed by NASSAU's ability to have a 0-4 deficit and come back like this and be 4-0 against 4-0 for a lead against Hudson Valley. Very impressive from NASSAU.
Absolutely. Showing a lot of strength in their playing. Yeah, breach ability there. Very awkward to try to get out of, especially when you think people are already pushing through that heaven area. You don't really know. You're kind of stuck. You're going to get shot either way. Attacker side going finally around for Hudson Valley. Very important. They're going to be able to find a rifle to pick up to take into the next round. Saws. Attacker side.
Hoodie, could you tell me a little bit more about the importance of eco around mid-game, like right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So the economy is important at all points in time during the game. The middle of the half basically is where you want to be on as many rifle rounds. You know, try to develop an economy to be right around $4,000, $5,000 at the end of the round, so that when you get to those final rounds and you're having to make those decisions on where to push and stuff, you can still be a little bit more liberal with your plays because you know that you have the economy still there. If you know that you're going to be having to go to a pistol round every single time that you lose a rifle round, it makes you play a very, very conservative game, and if your opponent can read that, then it's very dangerous. be able to find a rifle here. Gonna get the flank. He's gonna find one. He's gonna find the second spray down too. Beautiful push there from Cisco on the back end.
Well, thank you very much for your insight on Eco, and that was a very good round for NASSAU, able to finish off the round with 2 picks in that flank.
Cisco's got tons of. We usually see the Cypher, I think, more so on the B site on this map, and so to see him playing that A hold is very interesting. We see the scoreline here. Sone's kind of taken over at 22-8, moved Dole out of that spot. He's still at 21 kills. You can't feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Another early
Seems
pick
like
for Sone.
Hudson Valley will push mid. As they lose 2 players now.
1 enemy remaining.
Ooh.
They lose
Hello.
2 more players, and it's now down to their Sova.
They were blind.
Unfortunate for Hudson Valley.
Yes, very underwhelming push there. I think they were on an economy round. They're going to have money going into this round, however, be able to get some rifles. 11-6, so they've got 2 rounds until they're facing defeat. You know, that 13-point scoreline is where the game is called. So they need to be finding their momentum to shift back into kind of finding control of this game. The attacker side doesn't seem to have a whole lot of confidence behind it, and confidence is very important when you're pushing onto site. You have to be confident that you're going to get in there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, with any game, confidence is key to winning and victory. As it is 3v3
Cisco's
at the middle of the round.
So Cisco's watching mid there, make sure nobody was trying to rotate through, and was able to find Desire at that top mid area. Wanted here's playing very quietly, very slowly. Cisco's going to find Kaz on the flank once again, and he is just making some excellent
Match point.
pathing plays. The routes he's choosing to take to get to the sites just happens to be you know, coinciding where the opponents aren't looking, and that is resulting in him getting tons of kills with little chances of him dying in response, because usually if your opponent's not in front of you and they're shooting you, you're not going to win that gun battle. Usually.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like NASSAU was able to come back from an unfortunate beginning to the match and able to pop off towards the middle and end as they're at match point.
Collateral from Dole into that top mid area is devastating on this final round. 3v5, and they have to win. Anonia's going to do his duty. He's going to find that pick onto Sone, and that kind of gives them a little bit of pressure. Really, Sone's been one of the top fraggers here for Hudson Valley, or for NASSAU rather. Sorry.
Yeah, 4 against 3 doesn't seem very likely for Hudson Valley to come back from
Player
this.
standing.
Cisco finding 2 more. Anonia once again doing what he can. He's going to find a second kill, this time onto Dole. That's top 2 fraggers, but Iris Gaming with once again the flank there is going to find him, and that is going to be NASSAU taking down Hudson Valley here in round 1 of the NJCAA Pipeline Valorant Tournament. Excellent play from the teams, both teams. Excellent plays from the players as well.
Yeah, it was amazing to see that comeback from NASSAU. Like I said, down 4 rounds and come back and take the dub for the match.
Alex, how'd you feel?
Felt pretty good. I mean, that was my first experience there with competitive Valorant. I've played a few rounds here and there, but being very new to FPS, especially on KVM, for me, I can barely play. But watching that game, I mean, it was absolutely amazing to see the precision of all these players, and that NASSAU squad really coming out strong after getting a little bit of a slow start. So really impressive. So they'll move on to the quarterfinals. We do have a member from the Hudson Valley Community College but we are waiting on him to join in on the call. So overall, what takeaways do you guys have from that match?
If I may, I would say my biggest takeaway is watching your flanks, right? So we saw tons of opportunities for on the defender side. NASSAU was able to get somebody on that rotation, get some shots in from the back, and we saw a little bit of it from Hudson Valley as well, just not nearly as much as we saw NASSAU take advantage of that.
Yeah, so I think we might have Kaz in here. Kaz, are you here in the call with us?
I am.
All
Hey, guys.
right, so welcome, Kaz. Thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, you guys couldn't get the win today, but you guys played very, very well. How do you guys feel after that match?
Thank you. We felt pretty good. It was a really close game. In the beginning, we did well. We were doing what we had to do, but as the game progressed, we sort of fell off on a few parts that we really should have capitalized on. We got taken over very quickly, but it was good all around. Their team was very, very well. Yeah.
So, Mad Penguin, do you have any questions for Kaz?
Not really. I'm just very impressed with how you guys did the first 4 rounds. As unfortunate as it was that you guys didn't take the win, it was very good gameplay from your team, and I'm very impressed with how you guys handled the situation.
Thank you.
How about you, Hody? Do you have any questions for him?
I was going to just kind of echo Tyler's sentiments. Like, you guys still played a very, very strong game. I am curious from your side, kind of what you think your takeaways would be from that game.
I think we'd have to figure out how to deal with some of these strats. Like the Cypher was a very good cage on A. A caught us completely off guard, and we were forced out, and we got picked a ton. And also, we have to be careful about, getting boxed in. They sort of would swarm us from all angles, and we kind of had nothing to do. We kind of got stuck. So we have to just, adapt as the game goes on.
I think that's a very good way to put that. But no, I still think you guys played an excellent game, and takeaways are takeaways. Learn.
Yeah, it's definitely, the preseason is a great time to be able to get those opportunities to be able to learn from, figure out where your game is and where you guys need to grow. And sometimes, like you said, getting picked and stuff like that, it's a great opportunity to figure out where you guys can grow. So even though, unfortunately, you guys did get the loss, and it was a very well-played match, hopefully you guys take a lot away from it, as you said, and hopefully you're able to pull off a very strong season.
Thank you. We'll try our best, all right?
All right. Well, thank you very much, Kaz, for joining us, and good luck for you guys going forward here for the season.